Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Lisa's Coloring Corner. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel. And if you're back, thank you so much for your continued support. In today's Color and Chat, I'm going to do something very different. No color by number, no markers, no gel pens. We are going to color with my Inktense pencils. Say what? Yes, get up off the floor. And we're going to color out of a book that I haven't colored in a long time. I picked out this picture. I did color one other picture in here. Colored that one. And that was with my chameleon markers. Just kind of played around with them in here. But I thought this one would be really pretty with Inktense pencils. We can kind of blend out in all these petals. So I do have a piece of paper towel here. Let me open up my Inktense pencils. You know I like my multiple zippers. Pencil cases. So, upside down. Okay, so there are my Inktense. Now I gotta, when I, what do you call it, dissolve my watercolors or my Inktense, I don't use a water brush. I just don't have as much control over a water brush. So you can use either an alcohol blender marker. I like to use my Tombow blender. It's water based. I gotta see if this one's wet. Yeah. Because I do like them, I did purchase a 6-pack of them. So I should have enough for a while. Isn't that a cute little case? Fits a lot of stuff in there. Okay, so what colors are we gonna go with? Should we do pink, purple, blue? Okay, we're gonna go with my standard and we're gonna go with purple. Maybe purple into a pink. So I think I want my dark purple for at the base. Let's find my dark purple. I just thought this would be something different. Okay, there's dark purple. And then maybe deep violet. Deep purple. Is this it? Deep violet. And then let's go something quite a bit lighter. Let's do deep rose. Has a little bit more, little bit of a purplish undertone. Let's see, do I need to sharpen these? Well, we'll see. It doesn't look like it. Deep rose, maybe. All right, let's zoom in and let's chat for a while. Now, I have not used my Inktense in a while, so if I screw up, I screw up. How many of you have used Inktense? They're so much faster than pencils, but yet they turn out gorgeous. They are so intense, hence the name. You know, you don't have to put much down at all. And you can let it dry and always add more if you want to. Just don't do it while they're wet. We'll see if that's going to be enough or if I want it a little bit more intense, a little more color. See, there is a little bit of purple in this pink. Okay, now when you activate them, you always want to start with the light and then go into the dark. Ooh, that is a pretty color. Let's blend that out a little. Make it look like there's lines in there. It's not too bad. Not the best, but not too bad. Okay, yeah, I do like those three colors together. So let us do another one. Now the thing about Inktense, they are not watercolor. I know a lot of people call them watercolor pencils, but they aren't. They are permanent ink. They are India ink, not watercolor. And so, yeah, when you activate them, they are permanent. They don't move when you activate them again. They stay put, which is great if you are using other water-based mediums over the top. Maybe you want to use some stickles, or, you know, if you're doing watercolor, you would have to put a fixative on before you'd be able to put any water-based material on. Bella's going crazy because UPS just stopped outside. We'll see how loud she gets in here. She's out in the living room, so. Ooh, I do like that color. A little bit darker than what I had planned, but not too bad. It'll just be a dark flower. In the middle ones in here, I wanted a little bit darker anyhow. So we'll use a little bit more of this color. And we'll just go around the inside here. Kind of coloring in circles. Yeah, Inktense are just so much fun. And like I said, they're fast. I mean, you can get a picture done with these much faster than just plain pencils. So, how is everyone doing? I do hope everybody is doing well. Physically, mentally, spiritually. We are doing okay. Bob's still having some problems. I think I'm going to do the underside dark. He goes in for a swallow test. When is it? Is that next week? I'll have to ask him. I can't remember. So we'll see what the swallow test shows, if his esophagus is narrowing once again. And if it is, I don't know what they're going to do, because they will not put any more stents in. That's what caused the fistulas to begin with. So, yeah. Take it one day at a time, I guess. I just have so much more control over something like this versus a water brush. You know, you can control not only where you're coloring, because you're not dealing with real bristles, but you're also controlling the amount of liquid coming out too. I'm concentrating. Can you tell? This is a lot harder for me than color by number. That's why I was debating whether I should do this today or not. Let's see, I think this would be dark too. And then I will do the inside later. Yeah, much darker than what I thought it was going to be. But it's a dark purple flower, right? I guess we can leave that open. All right, let's do some more here. Let's see what's been going on. Well, we had Maddie and Levi on Good Friday. And I hid a bunch of Easter eggs for them. They had 5 eggs with some candy in. And then they had 3 eggs. Gold, metallic eggs with money in. I didn't put much money in because, I mean, they're young. Especially Levi. Let's see. We'll do a bunch at once. Put some shadowing under where the leaves overlap. So yeah, they had a really good time. I can tell Levi's getting so much older. Oh my gosh. Still have a hard time understanding him sometimes. Now this one's hiding behind. So we'll put a little more there. But yeah, he was so good on Friday. I had my haircut appointment, so I was gone for a while. And I get back and there's no kids. And I'm like, huh? What the heck? And they came home shortly after I got home. Here, he had taken them to, well, I don't know if you can call it the park, but up the hill a little ways, they have just a little playground with a couple of things, not much. So they walked up there. Maddie rode her little scooter. And they stayed up there for a while Maddie was bugging to go to the elementary school playground. There's a lot of equipment out there. And so they waited till after school was over. and then went to that playground for a while. So Bob was busy with the grandkids too. I think we'll put a little bit more pink here. Purple pink, whatever you want to call it. But see how they go on so dull? And then the brightness. Hence the name Inktense. Very appropriate. I think this is one of their most popular pencils in all their lines. People love their Inktense. I have used, between these and Prismacolor are probably the pencils I have used the most. Prisma being the top. We'll see. I'm not sure what. I'm going to try to get a picture colored this month yet with pencils, and I think I may try the Black Widows. I know a lot of people like their Black Widows, so I thought, well, maybe I'll try them. Have to dab it off quite a bit because I don't want to drag the dark back into the light section. And that just works out so much better. So yeah, had fun with the grandkids. And then my oldest daughter had contacted me that morning and asked if I wanted my other grandson, who's quite a bit older. He's 12, I think. And I said, sure, we're going to be home. And Maddie just adores him. Oh my gosh. And so she was so excited that he was coming over. She couldn't wait. And I told my daughter, I says, Maddie and Levi are here. So I said, the earlier the better. And I thought he had school, so I figured it wouldn't be till after school. And she said, no, they don't have school. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, I told her definitely the earlier the better. Well, she ended up bringing him over like mid-afternoon. And, yeah, Maddie and him played quite a bit. He is such a sweetie. So they had a good time, and then she asked if Connor could spend the night because her and her boyfriend were planning an evening out. And I think they were staying overnight somewhere. And I said, yeah, that's fine. He's no problem, So Maddie was disappointed that she had to go home, but Connor got to stay. I said, sometime, this summer or something. Because we're going to have Maddie more often this summer. Not only save Heather a few bucks, but I think every Monday we agreed on that I would take Maddie. Because, of course, daycare has to know way ahead of time you know, whether the kids are going to be there or not, or else you get charged. How's that looking? Not very happy with it. No. Blah, blah, blah. Oh well. We'll keep going. It is what it is. So, yeah. And my grandson, he's like, "What? You didn't hide any Easter eggs for me?" I go, "Nope, I didn't." That must be a leaf. We'll do a few more petals and then maybe we'll do some leaves. This must all be shadow. So, yeah, they were here for a while and got to get outside for a while because it was relatively nice. But then last weekend, we had snow. And it's like, oh, guess how warm it is out today. Let's see, how warm is it out now? It is 81 out. Can you believe that? It is actually really warm. You can tell, no sweatshirt on. I have shorts on. I'm barefoot. I love it. Oh my gosh. It is heavenly. It is just heavenly. Bob, of course, is saying it's too hot. Why don't you say that? But by this weekend, supposed to be back down upper 30s, lower 40s, and we have a chance of snow showers. So you're talking 40 degrees difference. I'm like, oh God, come on, Mother Nature. That's ridiculous. I just, you wonder why people are getting sick. So, yeah, weather's still been really goofy. That's why it was hard for me to record today, because I want to be outside. I have to get out in my flower bed and get out all the dead foliage from last fall. That brings up a question I want to ask you guys. Do you clean out your flower beds with all the, stuff that died? Do you do that in fall or do you do that in spring? I have always left it till spring, especially, I guess the question is for those of you up in the northern states where it gets so flipping cold in wintertime. Let's bring this closer. Now, I've always left it till spring because I figured that leaving that on the flower bed kind of protected the perennials better, if you know what I mean. Like my irises, the tubulars and the bulbs, like the tulips and the hostas. And although hostas are so hardy, I don't think there's much that can kill them. So yeah, I always leave it till spring. Well, last year I had left it too long and too much of the irises, well, all of the flower bed was popped up already, was growing quite a bit already. And so it was really hard to get out all of the dead stuff, the dry stuff from last year. And that's why I want to get out in that flower bed. Tomorrow's supposed to be like today, where it's supposed to be around 80. So maybe I can get out there tomorrow. I do have some more videos to record tomorrow, though. So I don't know. I'm recording as many as I can today so that I don't have so many tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see if I get out there or not. Because everything is starting to grow around here. The daffodils, oh my gosh. The foliage is up probably over half a foot already. And the hollyhocks, yeah, they're, let's see, this would be dark under here. Yeah, everything this past week is just popped. But we have extremely dry conditions, so we have, this is really odd. We have fire bans. You can't burn stuff outside. We've already, today alone, have had 2 grass fires. One was a big one. I don't know if they have it under control yet or not. One was a smaller one that didn't take them too long to get under control. That was up north. This other one was down south, and they are even drier than us. But yet, we're under flood watches because of all the melting snow, not just, you know, around here, but up north. There was a lot of snow up north, and it's all melting and coming down river. We have a river down at the bottom of the hill. It's called River, and yeah, that baby was flooded. They have a playground down there. Well, the playground was underwater. So isn't that odd that we have flood watches, but yet extremely dry conditions? That doesn't make sense. It's just mainly because there's all that, you know, dry stuff from last year that is, you know, still in the ditches and in the fields and whatnot. And, you know, some people are dumb and throw a cigarette out the window, or you get a spark from an exhaust. I mean, it can be anything. Any small thing can trigger it. So, yeah, we've been having fires around here and floods. So odd. Just so weird. Okay, we're going to just blend these out. Then we'll go to some leaves. Let's see. Okay. How was the weather by you guys? Oh, I did it the wrong way. Uh-oh. Poor Lisa, you are screwing up. Well, let's go over it with the dark purple down here. I put the mid-tone down at the base. We'll just put a little bit, just to make it a little darker. I should know better than do this on camera when I haven't colored with these in a while. But, in all fairness, You know, it's hard to tell Inktense apart, and that's why you have to make a color chart with these, because you cannot go by the color of the pencil. Definitely not. The darker colors all look the same. They just have dark tips on them. You have no idea what color they actually are. Hence the color chart. Yeah, we'll just put a little bit in here. These may be a little bit darker than the rest. Oh well. Oh well, such is life. Oh well, it's not a work of art anyhow. I just thought it was something to, you know, play around with the Inktense again. And I guess, like I said in the beginning, if I screw it up, I screw it up. Which I have. Really stinks when you screw up on camera. But, you know, I guess that is one way for you guys to see that it's okay to screw up. Long as you have fun. I know some people, you know, they probably wouldn't continue this picture. And I thought, well, if nothing else, if it turns out like crap, at least it'll give me some more practice with my Inktense. It's just not a picture I'll be too proud of. Oh well. Such is life. I will survive with a picture that doesn't turn out. It's just, like I said, I don't like it when it's a picture on camera. Oh well. Could be worse, I guess. Get a little bit more pink in these. Try to combat some of the dark up at the top. But you can see how fast these go. I mean, if you're coloring with regular colored pencils up there, you wouldn't be near this far. You know, and you just have to just quickly lay down some color, and it's when you activate them that, you know, you have to be a little bit more particular with. I'm going to take a sip quick. Getting dry mouth. So yeah, we've been having all the geese flying back. Some of them, their navigation is off though, because some of them are flying south. And it's like, get your compass out. Yeah. The lead navigator just, yeah. But yeah, there were some big swarms coming over the past few days. It's like geese. Now we know it's spring. We got the geese coming back. And I've already said to you guys that my neighbors to the north are like, their driveway is like maybe 4 feet away from our house. How they were able to do that, even when these houses were built way back when. I don't know. You would have thought there would have been an ordinance of some kind where they wouldn't have been able to do that. But anyhow, on the side of their shed, which is right in front of our garage, like I said, about 4 feet, they have a ladder hanging horizontally on the side. And both last year and this year, there was a pair of mourning doves that nested on one of the railings of the ladder. And they were there again this year because they seem to nest in the same area from year to year. And if you remember when I lived in the other house, if you've been with me for a while, we had a nesting pair that insisted on coming into our garage. And so, yeah, they were nesting for the past, I don't know, couple of weeks on this nest. And so we figured she had eggs in there. And poor thing was sitting in the snow. It was just a snowing, and we had this humongous windstorm. Oh, I felt so sorry for her. Or him, too. Because what did I hear now? That she is out feeding during the day, and he sits on the nest during the day, and then at nighttime she does, or vice versa. I can't remember. So the dad does sit on the nest, too. It's about time them guys help out. Sorry, guys. So yeah, they've been sitting there nesting for quite a while. And I think they have hatched. Because I see, whether it's the mom or dad, I don't know. But I see him or her going underneath his or her belly a few times. So I'm wondering if there are chicks, and not chicks, wrong animal. Little baby birdies under there. So we get to see the little ones kind of grow up, and kind of like when they were in the garage at the other house. But they were kind of smart to build their nest where they did, because being under the railing of that ladder, they were kind of protected from rain a little bit. And because it's right in between their shed and our garage, they were a little protected from the wind, if the wind was north and south anyhow. So, yeah, get a little protected from the rain. And so we'll see if we get to see any babies. It was so neat when I was married and we had built a house out in the country, and it was up from a big river, and there was a pair of nesting bald eagles down there. And so we, because it was up, the river was downhill right across from us, and it was down a ways, we got to see their nest and got to see the babies grow and learn how to fly. And oh my gosh, those birds are so gorgeous. It was just so neat. Loved it. Every year we'd get to see these bald eagles, the babies, and then learn how to fly. Yeah, it was really neat. I'll finish the rest of these petals later. Yeah, don't like that. I don't like that. I will. Okay, so I'm going to put those 3 pencils aside, but keep them out. Let's decide on 3 green colors. Oh, thirsty today. What 3 colors do you think? I kind of would like to end up with a nice bright green. So maybe that, and maybe just a little of that. That's the problem I think that I did with this, is I put too much dark purple. So, okay, let's go with Hooker's green, because that's not real dark. Let's see if I can do a better combo this time. Apple green. Yeah, apple green for the lightest. Let's look for the Hooker's green. What a name, huh? Every time I hear that name. Okay, so Hooker's green. I know it's kind of a different undertone. I don't know. Well, maybe when blended together. Because there's still kind of yellow in it, which this would blend in together. Let's go with Fern. We'll see how it does. What is this in here? Spring. Why are you right in the middle? Where's spring green? Oh, okay. Because it's got such a light tip compared to all the other greens, and I'm like, what are you doing there? We're going to go with Fern, which has a much darker tip. But yet it seems a little lighter. So we're going to go with that and then apple green. Let's try this and see if I screw this one up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is going to be my darkest, right? Let me double check. Or was this one? See, I'm already getting confused. Yeah, that'll be my darkest. Fern. Now, Hooker's green was going to be my darkest. So, this one's going to be my darkest. This one's going to be my midtone. But look at the ends. You can see where I get confused. The lightest, I'll be able to tell. But these two, I got to remember this is my darkest color. Oh boy. It doesn't take much to confuse me. Okay, so let's try down here. I wonder what we should do here. We'll just do a little bit of dark on the inside and then put the real light on the outside. Okay, that'll probably be enough of the darkest. Then we'll go with the mid-tone. See how this one turns out. Because all the leaves are like this. And then our lightest color. Now the thing is, it looks okay before it gets activated, but now we shall see. Take a deep breath. Oh, it's only a coloring page, Lisa. Oh, isn't that color pretty? I love that color. Okay, needed a little bit more of the other color up there, so now I'm doing the opposite. But can always go back in there and add after this is dried. Otherwise, I think those three go together nice. Pull up some of the darker, maybe that'll help. Yeah, it's not too bad. Better than the flowers. Okay, let's put some light in here. Okay, so let's try this one. Oh yeah, and then on Easter, did you guys do anything for Easter? We really didn't. We typically, our family typically does not get together for Easter. But my son and his wife and their little bambino, my newest grandson, were in town and were by her mom. And so they asked if we were going to be home, and I said yes. And so they popped over for a while, had supper with us, and they're the ones that are a couple hours away, so I don't get to see them too often. So that was nice. And oh my gosh, little guy, haven't seen him since Christmas, and holy cow, he's 8 months old now, so he changes so fast. And he's sitting up by himself now, and he's actually saying a couple words. He says their cat's name, Gemma, not Jenna. And of course, mama, 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 and da, 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 da. Whoops. I already had the cap off. So, yeah, and he's crawling now. So, at that age, they change so much in such a short period of time. So it was really nice to see them. But yeah, they had to then get back, because of course they had to work in the morning. But yeah, it was nice seeing them. Unexpected surprise. Just texted me and Sunday morning and said, "You gonna be home today?" Yeah. I'm always home. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. Is that dry? Yeah, that's dry. Let's go back in with some dark. Get this a little bit darker. Did any of you get together for Easter, for those of you that celebrate? Yeah, this isn't. Maybe I'll have to wait a little bit more. Yeah, not too bad, I guess. But I think on the rest of them I am gonna add. I think it would help if I had these a little bit sharper. Turning around. I looked at the river when I came home yesterday, and yeah, it was flooded. I had my psychiatrist appointment yesterday. I sure wish they would let us still do it over the phone. Because they, all throughout, you know, the panini, some are calling it, I always was able to do it over the phone with my psychiatrist, and that was so nice. Didn't have to put pants on. Didn't have to get ready and go drive in. No, they want you to come in the office now. Maybe I should bring that up a little bit. That light green is very strong, as you can tell. So I think we'll just put it on the tip because it does carry down into the other colors. Let's try that. So yeah, had to go in for my appointment. Been struggling a little bit, so didn't change my meds, but, and he's retiring. I told him he couldn't do that. His last day is next week. I'm like, no. But instead of seeing me in 4 months like we had been doing, he wants me to come back in 6 weeks. That sucks. It means I gotta go somewhere. I still don't like that. So, and because he's retiring, I got assigned to another person, and they had to find somebody that worked with my health insurance, and the only ones, which I find this hard to believe, there's a number of psychiatrists at this place. The only ones they had available were 2 women, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But they're not psychiatrists. They're, what do you call it? Physician's assistants? I can't remember. But, you know, they are able to, you know, prescribe medications and whatnot. But I don't know. And it's probably going to be just fine. I guess I would just feel more comfortable seeing an actual psychiatrist. I don't know if that doesn't make sense. But so yeah, I gotta go back the beginning of June. It's like, ugh. Ugh. And it's way down on the other end of Warsaw. So it takes me a long time to get there. You know, it's not in a convenient place. And since I was there the last time, oh my gosh, this place has changed. Parking lot is completely different. It's huge now. I didn't know where the heck to park. I wasn't sure which entrance to go in because now social services is in this building too. They're adding on another building. I don't know what's going in there. So I walked from the parking lot in, and I'm like, I sure hope the main entrance is still the same. And it was. So that was a good thing. Oh, dogs are barking out there. I'm getting quiet. There, I put a little more green in that one. I like that much better. So once these dry completely, I'm going to go back and put that darkest green. Well, maybe both of them. And I'm going to blend it up farther. Because, yeah, I think that one looks much better. Mucho, mucho better. Alrighty. Let's do another live. I really don't have much more to talk about. It's kind of really been a quiet week. Of course, all my weeks are quiet. All right. Does this leaf go down to here? Does it go down to there? No, it must go down to here. So we're going to put a little more pressure down here so we get a little bit more dark green. I got out and kitted up a big diamond painting to work on for upstairs. And it's a beautiful cat and fairy from Diamond Art Club. And this is one of the two that I want to put in the living room. I have another cat one that is the same size, exactly the same size as this one that I just kitted up. And yeah, so I want to start on that. But now, like I said, we're halfway into April already, and I've mentioned in past coloring chats that starting May 1st is a Heaven and Earth, or any cross-stitch pattern event that I am going to be participating in. So I don't know how much other diamond painting I'm going to get done. Plus I want to keep working on color charts. That's what I've been so busy working on. I have gotten so far behind on making color charts. And you guys know I love making color charts. And as I'm showing all these new pencils on the channel, I kind of want to, keep up on the color charts for that, because I have so many to do for pencils that I've had for a long time. Like my Spectrum Noir Color Blend. I've had them for ages. And, oh my gosh, what other ones? A lot of other ones. That I just, let's blend that down. But I just, haven't had a chance. Well, I shouldn't say that. Because I would have had a chance. But, you know, I also want to color and diamond paint, and I don't want to spend my every waking moment doing color charts. I want to just relax and color, or like I said, diamond paint. Get going on that big one upstairs. I did get the April mug done that we worked on for a diamond paint and chat. Now everybody has contacted me in regard to the giveaways in March. So I will be working on getting all those packaged up, getting the gift cards purchased. It's going to take quite a bit for shipping. So let's see, today is the 12th. Oh boy, it'll be 9 days yet before I get my YouTube money though. And I wanted to get them sent out before then. I'll have to see. I hate to make you guys wait too long, the winners anyhow. But I will be in contact with each of you that won when everything is sent out. I have to, I think the diamond painting, I'm just going to wrap in, I have some brown shipping paper. And I'm going to wrap it in that, at least wrap it in something. I know some that de-stash, they just take the box and they slap a label on it without even wrapping it in anything. And I received one like that once. And I'm like, You know, it's fine that you don't put it in a Diamond Art Club box. You know, I wasn't expecting that. But at least wrap it in something, I guess. All right. I think we're going to do one more leaf, and I'm going to call it good because, like I said, I was running out of things to say. Maybe we'll do this. So we're going to do dark on the bottom. We'll do light on the top. Don't want to press too hard because, like I said, this is a pretty intense Inktense. Sorry. Wasn't quite as chatty in this video, was I? It takes concentration for me. Yes. I'm wondering if I do all different colors rather than just purple and pink. So I'll make like a blue one, maybe a red, orange, yellow one. What else? What could be that one? Wanted to do one like teal and aquas, but there's only a couple here. I suppose I could use iron green for just a little bit at the base. And then these two. Because I thought that would be kind of pretty too. Anyway, we shall see. Maybe more of just a pink one too. So we could do pink. Do red, orange, yellow. A pink one and a blue one. How does that sound? Yeah. So I have like a whole bouquet of different colored flowers. What was the one I was going to do? This one. It's right up at the top. Let's do this one. I'll do that on my own time. How many of you have worked with Inktense? Do you like them? They're a lot of fun. I think one of the things about this picture too is they are bigger areas. Some of the pictures that I've done with Inktense, they've been smaller areas to color in, so it was easier to blend them out. You know what I mean? So I'll blame it on that. Yeah, because I'm not too happy with this picture. I don't even know if I'm going to finish it. As I was just talking about what colors I'm going to make the other flowers. Yeah. Because I know if I get these videos all uploaded, edited, thumbnails, links, I want to, get the two color charts that I have finished. I want to, they're all typed up and ready for swatching. I would like to get those done. 2 more to cross off my list. So I'll have the Pablo's, the Chromaflow done. And then the Ibazar? I can't remember. And Lyra. You can see how nice though these Tombows kind of melt the pigment, how it activates. But I have seen a lot of people use the alcohol blender markers too, which would be kind of nice to do, because any of you that work with markers, you know that every set comes with at least one blender. And how many people really use that blender? So I was going to, maybe the next time I do an Inktense picture, maybe I will try it, with a marker. Didn't really go through too much. Now, of course, if you do that with the alcohol marker, you'd have to have a single-sided book. But all right, let us zoom out. What time is it? Ooh. All right. It's a little too far. I don't think I've ever done, I never really said what the title of this book is, did I? This is Stressless Coloring Flower Patterns. Stressless Coloring has a ton of books in their series, and I have a ton of them in the series. Let me glance over there. Yeah, probably about a dozen. And that is one series that I don't think I've ever done a flip through of on the channel, because I've had these forever. So yeah, there's all different kinds of books in this series. They even have, I don't know if it's more than one, color by number in the series too. So I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, not real happy with it, but I will continue, I guess, with it. We'll see. No guarantees. But yeah, I'll keep these pencils out so I know what colors I am working with, and I think I'll keep that in there. Keep my blender there. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to talk about. So, thank you so much for watching this color and chat. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed just catching up and chatting for a little bit. And if you did, please hit that like button on your way out. Leave any questions, comments, or concerns down in the comment section below. Of course, if you're not already subscribed and you enjoy adult coloring and or diamond painting, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. And I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. As always, happy coloring, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.